What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on where you're at. But hope it's awesome. Yes, we're back at today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the markets. And unfortunately, the tariff discussion ramped up today, causing the market to be obliterated to some degree here. I mean, slightly, but again, the Trump tariff talks are obviously fueling this. I talked about this yesterday. We went out there and put out some longs on this, and people were asking, "Hey, can we see these prices, or can we see this price again?" And I said it all is going to hedge off whether Trump says something or not in regards to tariffs. I think I'll always say that now until this tariff war that we're in has come to an end, or that we've come to some agreement with most large countries across the globe. But yes, to answer anyone's questions, the markets can continue to slide as long as this tariff discussion is being had. And as you guys know, Trump did come out and say that he was going to put a 50% tariff on the EU starting on June 1st. So, I mean, we're talking, what, 7 days away, 8 days away, maybe, give or take. And then on top of that, he told Apple that he was going to put a 25% tariff on them if they didn't build the iPhones inside of America. So, here we go. Markets on a Friday are back into the red. I think we've lost over like $1.5 trillion in the market just in the last, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 hours. I hope people put their stop losses in after yesterday's nice little rally. A lot of us were up pretty good with our long positions there. So that's a reason why you put your stop losses in, so that you can recover any of the funds in case there's a snapback like this. And definitely something you should consider to keep doing if you're going to continue to leverage trade out there. So, but with all that, before I jump into everything here and share what I got going on for the day, I want to say what's up to the A team here. We got Moto A team in the house here. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you being here. Pipeline, RPM, Jeffrey, good to see you. Ross, Toolbox. We got Poopcoin in the house here. What's up, DGen? We got Billion Wright coming in here with the 199 super chat. I'm here. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I appreciate you being here, dude. Pinocchio, what's up, dude? We got Brodick in the house here. Stop sign. Chipper, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? We got Tony Punch. What's going on, man? My batch. What's up? Let's see. Dirk, Gunter, Ortis, and we got Evan in the house. All right, we're ready to rock and roll today, dude. I appreciate you all being here. And again, kind of a crazy set of events here. I will say this, dude. I did not expect to wake up and sort of see this. Unfortunately, we're getting used to this. It's pretty common. This is what I'm looking at right here. You can see the markets absolutely got obliterated. And a lot of it has to do with what Trump was saying here. I mean, the tariff discussion is fueling a lot of this. Trump calls for the 50% tariff. This is something that's kind of crazy when you really think about it. I mean, we were up in all-time highs. Things were looking really good. And like I said yesterday, all it takes is Trump to say tariff and the market will collapse. And that's sort of what happened here. It's not collapse, but I mean, it's definitely has a little bit of a crash in there. And that's kind of what it is, dude. So you got to prepare for that. And you can see right here, that's what we're up against here. Apple shares declined massively, dude. Went from like almost trading at $2.10 back literally 4 days ago, and now it's well above $200. So yeah, even Apple's come down pretty hot over this discussion being had right here. So that's kind of where it's at right there. So really what it says is, first at 7:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, President Trump made the below post where he basically said, I have long ago informed Tim Cook of Apple that I expected their iPhones to be purchased here in the United States. However, they're not doing that. And so he was going to slap a 25% tariff on it. And then 24 minutes later, he comes out here and says that he's going to put a 50% tariff on the European Union starting on June 1st of 2025. That right there caused the markets to just completely get obliterated. And you could see the sell-offs that happened. I mean, we can go back and look at the charts right now. I mean, just look it over here. I mean, a lot of these things lost, we were sitting up here around I think Bitcoin went down to 107. Definitely XRP went down to 230. HBAR went down to into the 17s for HBAR. So a lot of these things definitely fell pretty far. So, I mean, if you guys had some positions that you're looking to pick up, you probably hit those pretty nicely, to be honest with you. Yeah, seriously, he should have shut up. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people voted for this. A lot of people voted for the tariffs, voted for all this kind of stuff. And so, I think a lot of people out here probably, even those people that voted for it, are probably upset with it. That the market is just hedging so much off of that word. It's kind of frustrating. But like Trump said, he's not really he doesn't really care about where the markets are at, because he just knows that financially the United States is in trouble. And but to each your own on that. I wish I would have known. I would put some shorts in. How to shorten the market. If you actually read the tweet, he has a good point, and maybe it was forcing you to fix the trade. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good point, Mighty Moto. I'm not saying that. I mean, like I said, a lot of people voted for this. It's just when the momentum's going, it's kind of a buzz. Like I literally tweeted, I said buzzkill. Because you're like, yes, dude, like all-time highs. We're starting, the market's looking good. Things are starting to sort of settle in. And then the one word, the tariff word, is like literally just obliterates the market. And it's just like, gosh dang it, dude. Like, no one voted for this much back and forth. Trump did not bring the bonds down because Powell won't cut rates. Did this to bring that. Yeah. And so that's kind of where, so if you're looking into like where this whole thing comes from, and, again, he spelled this out. So he told everyone this is what he was going to do, right? So, he came out and said that his key economic goals were X, Y, and Z, and tariffs were a big part of that, right? Energy prices, reducing energy prices, lowering the trade deficit, and the reduction in the U.S. debt, and to lower interest rates. Like, that was literally what he ran on when he was running for president. Like, that's what people voted for. So now he's going about it his way to do this, right? And so there's some turmoil, but just realize that we're not back at the levels that we were when he first took office here. So this was the original tariff discussion, right? This is where we were when he came into office. This is the original tariff discussion, the whole April 1st, where he was going to, put out that whole list of tariffs. Obviously, that's subsided now. It's not where we're at. Now we've hit all-time highs. And look, just even after this little tariff discussion, we came down and we hit 108. So we're at we're just slightly below the previous all-time high. So really, in all reality, we filled up this nice little fair value gap on this day chart for Bitcoin. It's not even, it's not really that bad, to be honest with you. This definitely just woke up. It literally wrecked a lot of longs out there. You just go look at the liquidation chart. A lot of longs got liquidated. That's for sure. So unfortunately, people will hopefully make back what they lost right there. But that's kind of where that's at right there. And so he came out and basically that was kind of his goal with this. And then obviously the trade wars ramped up. Trump was hopeful that Jerome Powell would cut the rates. However, they have not cut the rates. And by cutting the rates, this would allow the bond market to relax while Trump's increased tariffs. However, as we've seen, the Fed is not cutting rates. The Feds are just not doing it. And so as yields rise, Trump is forced to shift courses, which is why he's actually doing what he's doing now. And it said heading into the April 19th tariff pause, yields were rising sharply as the basis trades unwound. Trump imposed a 90-day tariff pause as rates spiked. On April 10th, he admitted that he was watching the bond market, which is exactly what we were talking about. The bonds really are driving a lot of this. It says, however, over the last few weeks, the trade deals headlines have stopped working. Rather than suppressing yields, they are rising because of the reduced recession expectation. As you guys know, recessions were saying we're going to hit a recession. Then literally it came backwards and they said, no, we're not going to go into recession. So this roller coaster ride has been real. We've been on a roller coaster ride for quite some time now. And as a result, the trade wars seem to be coming back again. That's kind of where we're at today. So that's a big thing here. And, again, I think recession is probably the biggest discussion that's out there, whether it's stagflation or recession, whatever it might be. But really what it comes down to here is that regardless of all this, most likely what's going to happen here, because like if the Feds are not going to cut rates, if the bonds are going to go where they're going, and if the goal is to reduce deficit, to reduce rates, to reduce all these things, the next best thing, honestly, is for us to just go into a recession. A recession is going to be what resets everything here, right? People don't want to hear that. That's the last thing you want to do is go into a recession. There's obviously some negative things that could come of that. But in all reality, that's kind of where this whole thing goes. So, if we can't get the bond market under control, and right now the 5%, it's at the bond market at the 10-year note is above 5%. And if you can't do that, then really what it comes down to, if the Feds aren't going to budge, then it's just going to go straight into a recession. Yeah, recession is better than stagflation. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The best case scenario here is just to go into a recession. So not to be bearish, but that's the game being played right now. That's the game being played. And so, it's kind of crazy to say that, but it is kind of where we're at. In all reality, what we've learned the most from this is that too much tariff pressure causes the basis trade to unwind. Too little tariff pressure causes inflation expectations to rise. And now President Trump must find a middle ground to maintain where the tariff should go. And that's really, where's the middle ground if the Feds will not cut rates? And so that's kind of where it's at. That's kind of where it's at, dude. But we'll see what happens here. So in all reality, we'll have to sort of see how this plays out. Maybe some deals ahead. There could be, but they talked about the deals ahead. I mean, that's kind of what but we know that the discussion for trade deals is not going to change the markets now. And you did have Bassett come out here and say the more trade deals are coming. However, that didn't actually hurt. That didn't help the market at all. It didn't help the market at all. So obviously he missed the memo on that whole thing. Yeah, recession gets Trump everything he wants. That's true. He does. Only issue will hurt him in the 2026 midterms. It will. So that's the risk that you have to take, right? It gives you everything you want. You basically everything that he's wanting, he's going to get if it goes into a recession. So something to consider, right? I mean, this is kind of crazy, right? The 25% tariffs you have right here. You can see this is great right here. Just to throw it out here, so you can see February and March. We can see the ETFs. Look at the inflow of ETFs coming here in April and May. Insane amounts of ETFs, and this is just Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is going to ramp up, dude. This is going to ramp up even more. So there's some positive things in the market here too. As much as I'm talking about negative sides, there is some positive things here too, and that's the ETF inflow is insane, especially the two-day inflow for Bitcoin was $1.5 billion in ETF inflows, dude. It just shows you the popularity of this ETF and where that's going. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to sort of see where the market goes. As you guys can see right now, the Nasdaq's down 314 points. This actually has fallen. It was at 200 points when we started the stream. It's fallen, or a little over 200 points when we started the stream. It's now at 314. I think it's come down. Let's refresh that. Now it's above 300 points. So the S&P is at 50 and the Nasdaq's at 210. So a lot of pressure coming in here on a good old Friday going into a long extended weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. We're all here. Opportunities, as we know in the past. I get some on Apple because Tim Cook will say something and then get rid of Terry. Yeah, I mean, glad I bought my Apple phone last year. This shit's going to go up in price real quick, dude. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. This might be the last time XRP will be this price. We'll see, dude. Austin, you've already said, but I may have missed. Did you sell or get liquidated on your H bar? I still have my H bar in, dude. My H bar is still in, bro. I kept it. It didn't hit. I told you my liquidation price was 16. So let's go back to it. Let's go back to my futures here. Yeah, it's still in, dude. I'm down like $54. My liquidation price is 16. So I'm down. Yeah, I'm about down 50% on it right now at 19.8. I didn't put a stop loss in on it because my liquidation price is so low. I have $100 on the line, so I wasn't sweating it too much. But yeah, it definitely came down and hit that. Like I said, it hit the. Let's actually take a look at H bar here real quick. It came down. It hit like 17. I think this morning it hit like 18. Okay, so it hit 18.4 this morning. So that's really not that far off, dude. Last time it was at 16 was back over here on April 18th. So almost a little over a month ago. It was back at 16 cents. So I don't know. I didn't feel like I was going to. So I kept it, dude. I'm just going to keep it. We'll see what happens here. The funding rate's small on it right now. We got a new funding rate coming up here for 0.0766. It's not going to be that much on $100. So I just kept it. Let's see here. But please, someone grab on the way down, especially if the stocks falls. You think selling Tesla is the play with hopes it retraces a bit? I'm not. I'm just going to keep my Tesla. I bought it. I probably won't touch it, dude. I won't play the Tesla game. It kind of looks like the market knows Trump is full of shit and won't ever implement any of these EU tariffs. Kind of a giant eye roll. Trump will cave again. I don't know what's going to happen. That word tariff, it just like bugs the hell out of me. It's almost like how Elon was with Doge, right? People loved it, but then people hated it because it was like anything Elon said in 2021, 2022 would cause the markets to rally. Trump's kind of taken over. That's kind of been his thing. Anything he says, we are like literally hedging things off of what is said. Just the words, not even like, not anything else, just words alone. So yeah. Apple can make the Houston, Texas facility 100% automated to keep costs down. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be down with that. Who's going to Las Vegas, Bitcoin next? Yeah, let me know if you're going to Vegas, dude. Illegal Elon. The pump is a super cycle. The next super cycle will be November when ISO 2022s take when 2022 ISINs go live after that then bull run. All right, Somo coming in hot. I'm cool with the super cycle. We can stay where we're at right now and just prolong, right? We can kick the can down the road and prolong to where going into 2026, we hit our peak of our bull run, right? So we already know the peak of the bull run. So the 4-year cycle is based off the debt cycle. Right? I've said that before on this channel before. The debt cycle is based off the 4-year cycle, vice versa, right? So when we look at that, will we ever evolve away from the 4-year cycle? And the answer is the only way we evolve away from the 4-year cycle is if we somehow control our debt in a better than we are now. So you could prolong this. You could prolong the growth or the bull run. Because we were in the longest bear market we've been in quite some time. I couldn't tell you a lot since 1980 something that we're in the longest bear market. I think on average a bear market lasts a year. But we were in it for like almost 2.5 years for a bear market, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I think that we'll see what happens. October is the date for the 4-year cycle. So I think a lot of people are trading off the 4-year cycle. I'm trading off the 4-year cycle. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm not budging from the 4-year cycle. A super cycle would be awesome, but the 4-year cycle seems the most logical at this moment. Got to go to a lunch meeting. All right, stream this weekend or pick it back up on Tuesday. I'll stream tomorrow. And then I'll probably stream on Sunday. We'll have to see. I'll have to see where Sunday goes. I fly out Sunday, so we'll see. Yes, I'll be in Vegas. I'll see you, Austin. I'll definitely say hello, and we'll have to take a picture with you. Okay, all right, the gambler. You have to let me know you'll have to introduce yourself as your screen name on here. I've had a few people come up to me. They're like, "Hey, nice to meet you," and they tell me their real name, and I'm like, "That's all." And I'm like, "What's your YouTube? I usually know you by your YouTube tag." Funny how they said we all had to drive Teslas a few years ago, and now they're all, I know, Tony. It's kind of crazy. Tesla is more than just a car company, dude. I think a lot of us know that. Tesla is more than just a car company. Tesla's been on a kill, dude. This is such a good purchase, dude. No one can ever change my mind with Tesla. You know what I mean? Like, this is such a good buy now with the whole Tesla thing. So even the daily's coming down, but the weekly's still working out. Dude, we still got some room to grow here with the weekly on Tesla. So really, really good buy at 225 still. Tesla's more than just a car company, dude. They are a giant AI company now, basically. Still can't believe BTC hit 110. Still remember the times at just a few $100. Batchman, it's pretty wild to watch Bitcoin grow. Is Pure Wallet still pushing out an update before the Bitcoin? Yeah, I just got an update yesterday. So the new update should be coming out here. I'm hoping like this weekend, dude, that we get this update. That's why I haven't shared anything, because I didn't want to share an update with you guys, and then you're like, well, I can't download it. I can't, because I have the update on my phone from Test Flight. So I'm in the Test Flight because I've been a part of the Test Flight with them for quite some time. And so any updates that go through approved, before it goes live, goes through Test Flight, and then you can test it and then make changes if need be. So that update should be coming out here, and I mean, you should be doing a lot. And like, I hope it comes out like today or tomorrow for sure. Fed Pal speaking Sunday this week. You think, is he going to speak this Sunday? Really? I changed my name on here, so I'm still a member. All right, Paul. If I change my name on here, am I still a member? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it just is attached to the account. What are your giblets telling you about the weekend? Are we going to have a bloody one or a green one? Well, I mean, right now the weekly's still looking good. The day chart's working its way down. This is actually kind of good. This is Bitcoin. This is Tesla. Let's actually go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin gives us a good idea here. So you can see the day chart's actually working its way down now. This could actually push us. I mean, in all reality, this could push us down here into the 102s, right? This negative news could come out here and fill up this fair value gap right here, which is kind of where, I mean, in all reality, if you're trying to play the game here, that's kind of what you want, right? I mean, you kind of want this to come down and be able to pick it up at a good price, and then we bounce back, right? So the weekly's still looking strong, right? The weekly came up here. We could hover around here. This could do something like this where we lose. You could see even here, we lost a pretty good amount during that weekend. This was on November 25th. And then this is right after we had a nice little sell-off here. We had some shortages here, and we bounced back and hit all-time high. So even with all that, we could still see something like that where this starts to make some corrections. We've been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Sorry, 7 weeks. We've been in 7 weeks in the green for Bitcoin. 7 weeks, dude. That's not a very common. That's not very common, dude. I mean, I can't even tell you the last time that we had 7 weeks of green. Even on this rally right here, there was still a week that we were in the red, but we've had 7 consistent weeks in the green. Like, your odds, if you're playing the roulette table, your odds are it's going to hit black, right? Or I mean, sorry, you're going to hit red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here back in December of 2023, from basically October 2023 to December 2023, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks of in the green before we hit a red. So I mean, like, if you're hedging, if you're out here and you're like playing the game, you're probably going to say that going into this next week, we're probably going to see some red. That's where I'm at. Not saying that I've gone bearish. I'm just saying that indicators are telling us that the day charts are down. The weekly is going to probably take a rest here. The 12 hours working its way down. The 4 hours down. The day chart's coming down. So I mean, in all reality, we're probably setting ourselves up for a red weekend, for this next red week. If I had to, so bloody, yeah, so bloody, so bloody, yeah. So I mean, I would definitely put your stop losses in so you don't get liquidated, and or add margin if you need to. That's definitely a big thing here. I'm down $69 right now. I could come here and add margin if I wanted to, which is something that could actually, probably work. Probably something I should do. Add some margin here, reduce me down to like 16 versus 19 versus probably put me down to like 15. Add some margin. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll add some margin to this. And then what I'll do is probably open up a short on some of these other ones, dude. Even Bitcoin, I'll probably open up a short on Bitcoin, and let this thing come down to this fair value gap and put a buy order in for, probably around like the 99, probably like the 99.8 or something like that. We know that this $100,000, the 100,000 mark is a psychological marker, so it could bounce off that. Like I said, you can see right here, there's a lot of support at 97. 90, basically 94 through 98 is a really strong area of support. So if it falls through this 103 area, we're definitely going to probably hit that based off volume. He ruins fun days like yesterday. That was pretty bad. He announces something stupid, market collapses, Trump gets scared, walks back, market recovers over and over and over again. I mean, as long as you get to know his routine, right, everything should be good. I guess that's kind of the good thing here. You got to be realistic in this market. Can't always be straight bull optimistic. Yeah. As much as you want to be bullish, there's going to be days and or weeks that are bearish, right? And I think that this probably, based off the indicators here, unless something comes out where we have this massive trade deal with India and the UE tomorrow, or who knows what's going to happen. This major announcement comes out. If you're looking at just indicators alone right now, the indicators are telling us we're probably in for a red week. We've been on a tear over the last for Bitcoin. You're probably going to come down and it's probably going to reset. You can see right here is a pretty good area. 98,000 is probably where it could go. Very, very strong support right here at 95. So be prepared. Be prepared for that, dude. Go set in. Nothing says you can't go put a buy order in for those levels. They're not saying it's going to hit there. I mean, if you're doing shorts, yeah. I mean, if you're shorting the market, you're crossing your fingers. But I mean, if you're putting a buy order in for those levels for a long, I mean, those are some pretty good levels, especially if you go back and do the measurements off this. Last time we fell, let's see, that put us at a 10%. Dude, if it went down to 100,000, that put us at a 10% loss from the height of where it's at. I mean, and that's not uncommon for that to happen, right? I mean, you can see this fall right here. That came down to about, dude, like, I hate when it does that. That came down to about 14,000, or sorry, a 14% loss before we had a bounce back, before we saw this bounce back right here. So, we had a 14% loss before we bounced back. So, I mean, right now we're already down from all-time highs. We're already down roughly 2%. So if we say anywhere from 10 to 14%, that puts us right at the freaking 95, dude. It puts us right at 95. So, hey, man, I mean, if you're playing the game, that's kind of where you're shooting for in all reality. And that's not saying that this is going to cause the weekly to go down. It's just going to cause it to go flat, like you saw right here. I mean, it'll cause it to probably go flat a little bit. So, yeah, there'll be a relief coming in here, guys. We already know that. We already know that coming into this month, that there's going to be a relief coming in, dude. It's going to probably go into the red. So just prepare for that. Yeah, we could look at the retracement on this. Let's actually let's pull the fib on the weekly. Let's actually do the daily here. Let's pull a fib on the daily here. And let me get rid of this. We haven't pulled a fib in a while here. Let's do a fib retracement. We'll go to the bottom here, to the top. Yeah, I mean, you can see, I mean, we're definitely in over purchase territory for sure. I mean, you can see this fib retracement level. That's a perfect fib retracement level, dude. Like right here in this area is a really good retracement. I mean, that's a strong retracement, you know, and then it gets really strong right here. There's another one filled at 95, which is what I said, right? So if we go to the weekly on this, let's go to the weekly. Exactly what we just said, dude. Look at that. Right on the 3.8. Look at that. It lines up exactly with the 3.82, which is a really strong retracement. And anything below the 0.5 is a deep, deep retracement. So, I mean, you should be putting something in for anywhere from 100,000 to 95, or 97, somewhere in there. Try to hit right around this ballpark. And then that's kind of what you're hoping for. And it could, like I said, it could come down into this 90. You can see there's a pretty big fair value gap. It could fall down to this level. For sure. But you could see right there, 95 is kind of a long, strong level of support. That's your support level right there, 95. And that probably wouldn't be a bad long option on that. Would be put it right there at 95. Probably 96. I'd probably put it at 96. I'm actually going to write this down. I don't want to have to re-listen to my words here. I'll probably put a short in on Bitcoin. And then we're going to probably go ahead to 95, 96. And or, yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. How low can Solana get? I'm just putting in holding through this market. Can't deal with the leveraging with Trump having. Yeah, leveraging's hard in this market, dude. You can't leverage in this market sometimes. It's really tough, dude. Yeah, Wild Dog, no problem, bud. You better short it. Yeah, shorts. It's definitely probably okay. So, yeah, shorting at 104 retracement. It kind of looks like it kind of looks like we're probably going to be in a little bit in the red. So, let's see Solana. Someone asked about Solana. How low can we go with Solana? Solana's looking pretty good, right? Day chart's working its way back up. You know, but that could come back around pretty quick, like we saw right here, where it comes back up and comes back down. And we'll get the comment out of the way here. You can see over here last time that we had some turmoil. So we came down off this. Where's the weekly at? Weekly's probably gonna flatten out. 1 hour, 4 hour, 12 hour. Yeah, we're probably gonna come down. Solana could probably come down. We could do a retracement on this thing too. Yeah, you can see the strong level supports is 141. Dude, this new setup is so annoying. There we go. 141 or 140 is kind of like the area right there, which is a nice at the bottom of a fair value gap. There's another one right here at 152. 152 seems to be a nice little area for Solana, 152. And then you got one here at 141. So that's kind of a deep retracement at 140. But yeah, you're probably sitting around the 150 marker, 153, 150 marker, which is the bottom of this fair value gap on the daily. Let's go to the weekly. You can see here on the weekly, again, 150, right below the 154 level is a pretty good fair value gap. But I mean, you can see the probably playing the 382 at the 152 is probably the best bet. But this could come down further. We could see a nice a deep retracement to 141, which is right here. So that could be in play based off of where the indicators are at right now. I'm becoming pretty numb to these dumps. Me too. Look up First Ledger. You think Sol can hit 156, 165? Oh, you're saying, yeah, I definitely think it could probably come down to this 165 level for sure, which will be the top of the 236 into the 382. But yeah, you're right here at the 382 level is kind of where you would be a nice little, that's a nice retracement right there. 160 XRP. No, we're talking. This is Solana we're looking at right now. We could look at XRP. XRP's sitting up on the. It's going to be a nice little red chart here for the weekly. We could pull it. Let's do the daily on this. Yeah, you can see the retracement on this one already. This one's I pulled this one a while back. Let's pull the new one up here. There we go. Let's do this one. So yeah, you can see we've already come down and hit this 228 level a couple times. Even today, we came down and hit the 230. I've already told you 225 is kind of like my 225 is kind of my level. I might even reduce that down to like the 220 level. Right down here, like to the 220. Right there, 220. So yeah, daily showing us we're on the way down. The weekly still looking strong though. But I want this to come up a little slower, but the 4 hours coming down, 12 hours coming down, the day charts coming down. So yeah, it's looking like we're going to probably flatten out here on the daily. We could come down and trigger into this 28 marker. So yeah, it's kind of it's looking like a short, Right now XRP is 237. Yeah, shorting it's probably the way most are hedging right now. Fair weather, Austin. All right, Doji, take it easy, man. I miss you on TikTok. Yeah, I need to do TikTok more, dude. Crypto dump present from Memorial Day with the tariff bad news. It is bad news. It's not the greatest news. That's for sure. 100 years from now, our kids will be talking about us, about Bitcoin at 100K, and they're at 10 million a coin. True. I'm with you, dude. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, we're buying gold right now. I love you too, Doji. If we close red today, yeah, red weekend. We're going to close red today. It's already showing. I mean, for most, it's showing on the red. Even Bitcoin's dailies coming down. The stock market's coming down pretty hot still. Well, it's recovering slightly. Like I said, unless something comes out where Trump says something, like I said, I don't know what will be said later today. But I mean, as of right now, at the time of this filming, everything is showing that we should be shorting the market. And like I said, that's just indicators. We've looked at all the indicators. Unless you guys think of something out there that I'm missing, but everything's sort of showing that it's going to be red. But if you're enjoying the stream, would love it if you can smash that like button. I appreciate you, XRP Bandit. Yeah. So I mean, we can actually, we got to do a play of the day. I'll probably, like I said, I don't want to do it. I'm probably going to add margin. I'll probably add margin to this. Even though I probably don't want to, but I probably add some margin to it. Yeah, I'll probably have to. But I'll probably do that on the phone. But let's actually do an XRP. I'm probably gonna short Bitcoin, dude. What should we short, Bitcoin or XRP? Which one should we short? Did your long work yesterday? Yeah. You put your stop losses in, CJ. I still got my H bar. My H bar didn't hit my because the liquidation price was so low. I didn't think it was going to go down that far, and it tapped out. It hit 8. What did it hit? 19.5. I think it was the low for it. So not even sweating it. But yeah, I was like, man, what the hell? I was reading something. But yeah, you got to make sure you put in your 100%. Make sure you put your stop losses in. Let's see. You think we might see a red bath this weekend? It could very well happen. Yeah. XRP short. It feels like it has no life right now. So XRP, we can look at XRP. Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, the indicators are showing us that this definitely is going to probably come down. It could come back down into the 220 range. When the trade seems easy, there's a good chance you'll violate it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's put a short in here. So we got a long in. Let's do we'll put a bid in. We're gonna do a cross. I don't want to 50. I have it at a 50x right now. Let's move it down to like a 20x. Let's move it down to a 20. We'll do that market. Let's do we'll do 1,000 XRP. We'll do an open short. That'll put us at a 261. A 261 for liquidation. It's not too bad actually. 261 for liquidation. Let's actually increase this a little bit to 1,500. That puts us at 251. 251. We got to 247 yesterday. That's a pretty big liquidation. Let's see here. That's where I got my buy order at 220. Okay, you got a buy order at 220. Are you shorting the market? Does Pure Wallet pre-sale end right after the two? Oh yeah, someone said something about the pre-sale. Let's see here. They said something about the Pure. Let's go Pure Wallet. They said something about the website said projected launch would be a certain price. It's taking a second to load up here. But does the Pure Wallet pre-sale end right? I don't know if it ends right after that, but it's probably hopefully somewhere around there. You know what I mean? It'd be nice for it to launch. That was me. Okay, that was you, Pipeline. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to wait for it to load up right now. For some reason, it's like taking forever to load. Also on it, stay in the red for 1 year. Really? Damn. Where are you staying for the? I'm staying at the Venetian. I'll be at the Venetian, dude. Let's see. I think I'm going to lower it down to back to 1,000. Let's do 1,000. Estimated liquidation price would be 261. 261 is not too bad. Yeah, for some reason no, there it goes. For some reason the it's not loading up. The web page is not loading up here. I don't know why. I'd share the Pure Wallet website, but it's not loading up. XRP never hit $3 in 2025. You don't think it hits $3? Hey, where did my short go? Damn it! Oh, there it is. Let's see what that would be for a 30x. 30. Let's confirm. Let's see what that does. 262 on a 30x. Okay, that's not too bad. 262. All right. We're opening the short on a 30x. We're going to open up the short here. We'll do it right now. Boom. All right. Short confirmed. We'll see how it goes. We'll continue to monitor it, sort of see how it plays out. XRP will get to $4 by end of year. It could definitely do. I think there's definitely some room. It's already hit $3 this year. Yeah. Yeah, they have an XRP conference going next week. Yeah. Where our goal is to talk is this upcoming week right now. It should be this weekend's going to be a little red going into the next week. So we'll have to sort of see how that plays out. But yeah, I think Bitcoin conference is going to be good. So, this weekend's going to probably be rough, but going into next week, hopefully we hit some red or hit some green going into it. Oh, did the cycle come through? Like for some reason, my thing's not pulling up the website. It's like stalling out. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I can't. The website's like it's just loading. It's just doing this. I don't see so I don't know, doing something weird. But yeah. The spot ETFs gets approved. Yeah, $4 easy. Yeah, and I think that it's going to at some point. It's definitely going to, like 100% going to. Oh yeah. The SUI thing. The SUI thing with the hackers. Yeah, it's been rough, dude. Last time I seen falling prices became a new all-time high. That's true too. Nobody. Yeah, website took a while to load for me as well. Did it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna do something. Slow websites trigger me for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like slow drivers. What is the short and long? The short right now I got at is on. I got it at 32.36 is the short for XRP. I did a 30x margin. So a 30x. I leveraged $78. It's a cross margin. Liquidations at 262. My H bar liquidation price jumped up to 17 because you guys got to know now that there was a increase to your funding rate. So when the increase goes to your funding rate, that increases your liquidation price. So you got to come in here and actually add margin to this play if you wanted to. So you got to make sure you come in and add. You can add margin, add to your liquidation. Make sure you take your profits, set your your stop losses and stuff like that. But just again, Just always protect yourself in any which way possible so you don't get fully liquidated. That's probably the biggest thing here. That's probably the biggest thing. So, but yeah, there it is right there. But yeah, you can increase margin a little bit if you wanted to. But let's see. Looks like a small cup and handle. Yeah, it's on the daily too right here. It's actually looking pretty good. Maybe small cup and handle right here. Yeah. So far the short, I'm up what, $4? Hell yeah. You called it, Austin. You said we would see a dip in a day or two. Well, I mean, the indicators are telling us that, right? I mean, I could be wrong. I could have been wrong. I could have went the other way, but I mean, indicators are pretty much telling us that we're probably going to be in the red for at least the next couple of days. Doesn't mean that we're going to be in it for a full week, right? When I say the weekly or the daily, I mean, the weekly. Just because the week doesn't mean that the week has to end in the red. It's just we could probably start the week in the red. You want to look at Pepe? We can look at Pepe. I haven't looked at Pepe in a while, actually. Pepe's definitely coming down. Yeah, the day chart's coming down. 12 hours looks like it's coming down now after being oversold or overpurchased. 4 hours definitely coming down. 1 hour's hit the bottom, but it'll probably bounce around. The weeklies, oh man, weeklies up at the top. Yeah, it's probably the time to short Pepe. To be honest with you, it's probably the time to short Pepe. I mean, it's got a pretty big. That's probably a pretty big fair value gap right there to the left. I mean, that's a 30% fair value gap. Like that's probably a good short right there. That's probably a good short. Let's take a look at Pepe. Thanks for bringing that up. Let's actually take a look at Pepe and see if I don't even know if they actually do Pepe in here. Oh yeah, they do. Pepe is probably the play to short right now, dude. Let's do a short on Pepe. Let's do a 30x on Pepe as well. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun on this Friday, all right? Gosh. We don't gotta do anything crazy. What does that come out to? 40. Low risk. Let's see. Let's open the short on this. See what it is. Yeah, I mean 17. It'd have to go up 17. So it'd have to go up to. That means it'd have to go up to here. So to get liquidated, we'd have to go up here 17.3. That's where the liquidation would be. So we're already well 15% above liquidation. So let's do 200. There we go. Let's do that. We'll open up a short for $100. Open up the short and call it a day. Liquidation will be at 15 now. So okay, that went from 15. So that changed the game a little bit. Went to 15. So now you're back up here. What was the liquidation at? 15.8. 15.8. Well, that's the top. That's the top of this. So let's have some fun. We'll see what happens here. Smacked us with the tariff talk. Yeah. Hey, Austin, just got here. Do you think crypto will go back? I think we're going to be a little bit in the red today. This will probably be a red week. And again, that's what indicators are telling us. It could change. So we'll see. Right now, I mean, the market, I mean, this is risky. Taking out a short on a meme coin is risky. You just never know. Someone could say something great and thing takes off tomorrow. But so far, the short on XRP is up $8. No problem if you can have tariffs and high taxes. Yeah. Where do you think Pepe is retracing to? Probably, like I said, I showed it on the weekly here. I'll probably retrace. I mean, if we can get it retraced back down to this level right here, back down to like the top of this, I mean, even this fair value gap on the weekly here. Let's go to the daily. You see there's a nice little fair value gap right here at the bottom, which is about an 18%, which would be crazy which would put it back down to the top of this is top of the 12 right here. So that's at a 17%, which wouldn't be that bad, right? If it retraced back down that far, even if it retraces back down to the 13s. And you can see there's a lot of support here at the 13.6. So even if it goes down to the 13.6 at this level of support right here, I mean, that's a pretty good short. An 8%, 7% decrease. Now, if it breaks through and comes down here, I mean, you got a really, really good short. working up right here. So we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it. And again, meme coins, you know, are finicky anyway. So, do you have any thoughts on XRP? Not really, Andrew. I mean, those are, you know, small ETFs. I mean, they're great for it, but yeah. Can you check out Cookie Dow chart? You guys are really into Cookie Dow, aren't you? Seeing as much as the shorts come in here, you can see now the price of Pepe is up to 14.8, which puts you at a negative 14% for. So Austin, if I see you in Vegas, I'm gonna meg you before introducing myself. all right. You'll have to. I'll probably. I mean, I won't be wearing. I'm debating on whether I wear my black hoodie or not. Just, you know, be all hot, like super hot there. When will Trump send free money to our bank accounts? I don't know. Probably never. XRP is not for me, but good luck to who's holding it. Yeah. Again, you find the ones that are good for you. Find the cryptos that you like, right? Find the cryptos that you like a lot right here. Bitcoin, I forgot to say this, but Bitcoin market cap exceeds 2.2 trillion, becomes the world's 5th most valuable asset. Eventually, Bitcoin will become the world's most valuable asset. That's my belief. It will become the world's most valuable. I'd really like to know what on earth shattering news did Trump talk about with Canada. I didn't even know there was talk with Canada. I don't know enough about movement. Match the dope. To be honest with you, I don't know enough about movement to talk about it. Like could be Imperial March music. He's talking about a nutmeg. Like, no, not. He's talking like a nutmeg, dude. Like kicking a soccer ball through your legs. I think that's how I read it. Hey Austin, what day are you gonna go into the convention? Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? I'll be there on Monday. I'll be there on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll be there on all days. I fly out Thursday. I have a question. If XRP is only $3 and it was like this for 4 years, will you still hold it or sell it? I'll probably still hold it. Yeah, sorry. I'll be there Monday to help set. I'll be there with the team. They're gonna be setting up. They're gonna be setting up the all their stuff. You know what I mean? So I'll probably go help them out and walk around and see all the booths. I get a. I'll be able to go in before everyone with the team, with the Pure Wallet team. So I'll be able to see the back. That's why I was like, I'll probably live if I can. I'll live stream, dude. That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do the live stream in there and show everyone the behind the scenes type of stuff. That's my goal, anyways. Are you getting the festival pass? What's the festival? I don't even know what the passes are. What are the passes, dude? Bitcoin. Andrew bought me my pass. I don't even know what it is. You think I would know this? Let's see. Bitcoin 2025. I don't even know what they are. Let's see. Let's see. Pass types. Okay, here we go. Oh, you got the festival pass, you got the industry pass, and then you got the whale pass. So I think I'm almost certain a festival pass is Tuesday and Wednesday only. I don't know. I don't know what pass I got. I'll have to look. I know I got an email on it. I got to put my stuff in there. The one big beautiful bill just passed the House yesterday. Now it's heading to the Senate. Yeah, it'll be nice to see what happens with the Senate. You know what I mean? If they can actually push through on it. Did it pass? Authentic, beautiful. What did you say, Charles? It's such a huge bill, the greatest bill of all time, a Sparky bill. Will Bitcoin reach 100? Yeah, I think so. I think it definitely could. Yeah, I definitely think it could. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I got to get ready for the day. Kids have today off. I got to get ready for some soccer and get rocking and rolling. So, I do appreciate everyone coming on here extra early for me, kicking it with me. We got the plays of the day in for the day. We're shorting Pepe, we're shorting XRP. I'm going to extend my margin on my H bar, and we'll see how this plays out. Keep our fingers crossed. We'll put our stop losses in because I don't want to lose out. I do have this on a cross right now, so we got to make sure that we don't get liquidated. So with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Again, we are in the red. Things are looking a little bleak with the retort coming from. I know people hate when I say retort, but with the retort coming from the White House, that can definitely put a damper on the day. So, but stay strong. Things are going to come back. Things are looking good. This might just be a little bit of a red weekend. It is going into a holiday weekend as well, which there probably is not going to be a lot of action. So, but with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Yes, have a great day, and I'll see you in Vegas as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow too. So we'll see what the markets do over the next 24 hours. So with all that, love you guys a ton, and we're out. Peace out, everyone.